Hey everyone, it's Mike Ruiz from CryptoTraveler.com, and today I want to talk a little bit about securing your Bitcoin, your cryptocurrency, and then I want to talk a little bit about Litecoin. So on the screen I got James D'Angelo. He has a YouTube channel called World Bitcoin Network, and I highly recommend that you go and watch all his videos. You know, he has a Bitcoin 101 video series that is really phenomenal. This particular video is called Intro to Paper Wallets and Cold Storage, and in it he goes over how to make paper wallets and how to securely store your Bitcoin offline. I can tell you firsthand, I've had thousands of dollars stolen in Bitcoin and Litecoin, and the feeling makes you sick to your stomach. It's not like you come home to a broken window and you know how they did it. It's more like you open your wallet and your Bitcoins are gone and you have no idea how it happened, and you just feel so distraught. I almost gave up on cryptocurrencies. I thought that this is way too easy to hack. People's life savings were being wiped away. So I kept an eye on the space though, and I kept an eye on the development, and I think that need for security is going to be met down the road, but right now it's not there yet. So if you're going to get involved with cryptocurrencies, if you're going to get involved with Bitcoin, Litecoin, or anything like that, you want to learn how to securely store them. So James D'Angelo did a pretty good job on this video, and he showed you how to secure your Bitcoin at bitaddress.org. I just want to take a second and show you that they also have a liteaddress.org, so you can create paper wallets for your Litecoin as well. So right now I want to talk a little bit about Litecoin. This article is titled Ex-Googler Gives the World a Better Bitcoin, and who they're talking about is Charlie Lee. Charlie Lee is the creator of Litecoin. Unlike Bitcoin, he's known. He works at Coinbase now. He used to work at Google. Coinbase is a major player in the Bitcoin space. They provide payment processing for merchants, and they also act as a broker. I mean, I buy my Bitcoin from Coinbase. They go out in the market and buy the Bitcoin that they need. So whether it's a better Bitcoin is to be argued. There are some minor tweaks that make Litecoin different. At the end of the day, I think that they have the same functionality, but what really matters is the network, right? What really matters is the number of end users. So I think there's a case to be made that Litecoin could turn out to be definitely bigger than Bitcoin. Now, I'm not saying Bitcoin is going to disappear. What I think is going to happen is that Bitcoin is kind of be the backbone of the financial industry. That's where you're going to see a lot of large institutions put their money. You're going to see, hedge funds, multinational corporations, and just all these offshore accounts. They might move into Bitcoin, where everyday people might move into Litecoin or other cryptocurrencies. I think there's going to be a multitude of cryptocurrencies in use. But as far as rate of growth, I think Litecoin could surpass Bitcoin this year, and I'll tell you why. Number one, Litecoin is cheaper right now, right? And for a lot of people, it's intimidating to look at Bitcoin and see the price at $1,000, and who knows where it could be in 2 months, maybe $3,000, right? And for the average person, that's, a major mental hurdle to overcome. That you're putting $1,000 in this and you're getting 0.3 Bitcoins or 1 Bitcoin at this moment. So Litecoin at $25 might be more psychologically appealing to people, and we have to consider that a factor. I know that at the end it doesn't matter, right? Because these cryptocurrencies can be infinitely divisible, so it really doesn't matter. But for people out there, it's just hard to fathom that you're putting in all this cash and you're getting a percentage or a decimal of a unit of account. So also what we have is a lot of Bitcoin development and infrastructure being built. And when we look at Charlie Lee, he works at Coinbase. Coinbase was developed around, Bitcoin. But it's very easy for them to implement Litecoin into their platform. And what I'm trying to say here is that Litecoin can piggyback off a lot of Bitcoin infrastructure, and it very might well do that. I'm sure Charlie Lee has a prominent voice over there at Coinbase, and I'm sure he's been talking to some people about implementing Litecoin into Coinbase. And what that does is going to remove barriers to entry into the market. And it's going to make it easier for people to acquire Litecoin. And now that cryptocurrencies are coming to the forefront of, the public consciousness, they're going to look at Bitcoin and say, wow, it's way too expensive. Well, look at Litecoin at $25. Okay. Also, if we go here to litecointalk.org, question was posed to Charlie Lee whether Bobby Lee was his brother. And this is Bobby Lee. And they are actually brothers. Bobby Lee is the CEO of BTC China, one of the world's largest Bitcoin exchanges. They don't have Litecoin implemented into their platform either. And as more interest starts to develop around Litecoin, you're going to see more people integrating it into their platform. And, Charlie Lee, Bobby Lee, they're very, into Litecoin. It's on their mind. You can hear it in their presentations, and when they're asked questions about it, they have plans to implement Litecoin. And when that happens, you're just going to have an inrush of, interest and capital. The faucet is going to be turned on and money is going to be flowing into Litecoin. So at the end of the day, I think that all cryptocurrencies, those cryptocurrencies that have an actual use case and have a good development team, this whole sector is going to grow. And when I talk about development team, if we go over here, we see that the Litecoin development team just had a AMA on Reddit, Ask Me Anything, to celebrate their second anniversary. And they have plans. They're going to do mobile wallets. They're going to do vendor integration tools and clients. They're going to do hardware wallet support. So they have a lot of plans in store. And I'm making the case that, Litecoin could become the cryptocurrency that becomes more readily adopted than Bitcoin. And who knows? Also, if we go here, we already see, look at this headline. This was 12 hours ago. GoCoin, first to enable merchants to accept Litecoin on international alt-currency payment platform. So you're going to see payment processing come about. And when, this type of service is, readily available for merchants, it makes no difference to them if they accept Bitcoin or Litecoin or anything. What matters to them is that money is going into their bank account. So I think Litecoin has a lot of room for adoption in 2014. Now, people will talk about that network effect. The hashing power of the Bitcoin network is so, huge that it'd be very hard for another cryptocurrency to take over. I just want to show you that Alpha Technology is coming out with pre-order for Litecoin ASIC miners. And this is going to strengthen the network, increase the hashing power. And again, this is all a case for, Litecoin in 2014. Tell me what you think. I'm curious. I know a lot of Bitcoiners, they don't like Litecoin. They think that it's just redundant. Me personally, I think the more alternate currencies we have, the better. I think it's about the network effect. And a lot of people feel like they missed the boat with Bitcoin, and they're going to want to get in with Litecoin or another coin. So plenty of room. It's going to be an exciting year. Let's see what happens. Peace, everyone.